routine expedition met the greatest earthquake ever known. High on the rapids, it struck their tiny raft and plunged them down 1,000 feet below to the land of the lost. To the land of the lost. To the land of the lost.
What's that?
It worked! It really worked!
The alarm works, but it sure doesn't keep very good time. I thought you were going to set it for 8 hours.
I did.
But it's still night outside.
According to my watch, we've been asleep almost 8 hours.
Are you sure?
Well, it's still ticking.
All the sand ran through the holes.
Hey, what's going on?
Let's go outside and check with the big clock in the sky.
What clock in the sky?
Look at Speedy.
It's not moving.
Not even a little bit. What do you think is happening, Daddy?
The last time something like this happened, a crystal blew out in the clock pylon.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Time stopped and the sun wouldn't go down.
They sure don't make clock pylons like they used to. Sorry.
There's only one thing to do. Check it out.
I'll be right with you. Let me put my shoes on.
Look, Will, I want you to stay back here at the cave.
Are you worried about Sleestack?
No, I just don't want to come back here and find out that they've moved in.
I understand. I'll stick here.
It's just to be on the safe side.
Right.
Holly,
Yeah?
do you know if we have enough crystals?
I don't know. Let me look. We got a couple of each color. Oh, slimy flea stack. I got a red in with a yellow and they touched.
Don't worry about it, honey. I just wanted to make sure we had enough. Look, pick out one of each. Give me the red one. And you take a yellow one.
Look at all the moths. These are the ones the flea stack hunt.
Yeah. And something seems to be stirring them up. Come on, honey.
The door's closed, Dad.
Yeah. Well, let's open it. Yeah, it looks like one of the crystals is missing. We know it just didn't get up and walk out of here.
Well, who could have taken it?
Who'd like to have it dark all the time?
The flea stack.
Right. You go on outside and tell me when I get the right color.
Well, how will I know?
And just watch Speedy. When I put in the right crystal, the smallest moon will move across the sky. Okay?
Okay.
Ollie, give me the crystal. Okay, honey, I'm trying the blue.
It's not moving.
Well, now I'm trying the green.
It's still not moving.
I'm trying the yellow.
Nothing's happening, Daddy.
Well, that's got to be the red. It's the only one we haven't tried. Ollie! Come on, get back to the cave!
I come to speak with the council.
What does our dwarf brother of strange ways seek here?
Dwarf indeed. I've come to discover the council's reason for making the night go on forever.
For what purpose does the dwarf seek to know?
So that I might pass the word throughout the tunnels of the wisdom of the council.
We have asked the Library of Skulls to show us the way to eternal night, for that is the time the sacred Altrusian moth flies.
Yes, wise council, go on.
Without the sun to drive us back into our tunnels, we shall capture and devour the sacred Altrusian moth in such numbers that within 1,000 hours there shall be 1,000 fertile eggs in the egg cave, and we shall again be total rulers of this land, as once we were.
I am stunned by the brilliance of your reasoning. Tell me, wise counsel, just how did you accomplish this miracle of the eternal night?
Such knowledge is not for the dwarf.
Why does the council not trust this small Altrusian?
Because you would command us and be our ruler if we were to allow it.
Me be your leader? Ruler over this miserable collection of tunnels? The council has a sense of humor.
Do not mock us, dwarf.
You have somehow gotten the secret of the clock pylon out of the skulls, and now you send us all headlong into extinction.
What speak you words that have no meaning? Extinction.
If you let the night go on forever, it will mean the end of the Altrusian race. Extinction.
It is clear to us that you seek to trick us.
Then ask the skulls what your future is. I will ask them for you. Great skull, index of our father's father, speak.
No, you are forbidden to consult the skulls. The dwarf is barred from the library of skulls.
Hey, what gives with you guys? Dad?
Nancy, come on. We'll start a fire in the porch.
Why?
Sleestack are all through the jungle.
Besides, it's cold.
What about the pylon? Were you able to fix it?
I tried all the colors, but nothing seemed to work.
Ooh, Daddy, look.
Those are Sleestack moths.
Poor things. Wait, I'm gonna go get my coat.
Dad! We're too late with the fire. Here they come.
Come on.
It's Enoch.
Wait a minute. Let me just get this straight. You want me to go with you to the Lost City, to the Library of the Skulls, where I'm supposed to ask their skulls, what is the future of the Sleestack?
In essence, yes.
But why can't you tell them that the cold is killing their maws? And without the maws, their eggs will be dead. And they believe you. You're one of them. Doesn't make any sense to me.
I am barred from the Library of Skulls. They believe I want to be their leader.
Well, what's to stop them from tearing my head off when I ask this question?
You will be under the protection of Altrusian grace.
What's that?
He who helps a Sleestack may, for one time only, claim protection from harm for the purpose of asking one question in the Library of Skulls. That protection is called Altrusian grace. It has been our custom for 1,000 years.
When did you help the Sleestack, Daddy?
Oh, I guess he's talking about when I fixed the clock pylon, honey. That's when the sun could go down, the Sleestack could come out and hunt.
Your father is correct. It also gave my ignorant brothers more information than they could handle wisely. What do you say, Rick Marshall?
What are you going to be doing all this time while this is going on?
You are allowed to have a council to help you. I will be that counselor.
I don't know, Enoch. I just have a very strange feeling that you're not leveling with me. You're not telling me the truth.
I have said nothing untrue.
Enoch, I got a question for you.
Yes, Will Marshall.
You said this custom of Altrusian grace was 1,000 years old. I mean, that goes back to your time, right?
Yes.
How do we know it's still the custom? How do we know the Sleestacks will live up to it?
I will answer your question with a question.
Yeah?
How much wood do you have left?
This had better work, Enoch.
The human claims Altrusian grace. It is safe. It is still the custom.
Enoch. Back there, I thought I heard you in my mind.
Because of your exposure to the sacred smoke, the first time we were in the Library of Skulls, you may have limited ability to read what we say in our minds.
Does that mean that they can read your mind?
A Sleestack cannot ever penetrate the Altrusian mind.
I should have known that.
There's not as many moths anymore.
I think you're right.
Look, Will, it's Dopey. Oh, he's cold and he's crying.
Holly, Dopey's not the only one who's in trouble.
You are forbidden here, dwarf.
The human claims the Altrusian grace.
Altrusian grace, the ancient ritual. The ancient ritual.
I will be his counselor.
The dwarf will be his counselor.
Enoch the counselor will open the ritual of the book for the human.
The ritual of the book. The ritual of the book.
Great Skull Index, we seek permission to question.
You may phrase the question.
Great Skull, the human will ask his question in two parts.
You may ask in two parts.
The human will now ask the first part. Asked what their future is.
What are you talking about? What are you doing?
Just do as I say. Ask the question.
What is the future of the Sleestack if it stays eternal night? There's no picture.
That is because there is no future.
The question is of no consequence. The human has exhausted his grace.
The second part. We have permission to ask the second part.
What second part?
Ask them where the second clock pylon is.
What?
Do as I say. Hurry.
Where is the second clock pylon?
The dwarf betrays us. The dwarf betrays us.
We claim the safe passage of the Altrusian grace.
Safe passage of Altrusian grace.
Go from our sight. Return here and you will die. We have spoken.
They're waiting for our fire to go down, aren't they?
Better start breaking up the bed frames. Keep an eye on them. Yell if they start coming up the rocks.
Don't worry.
Enoch, how come you didn't trust me?
About the second pylon. I do trust you, human, but I was afraid if I told you my plan, the Sleestack would read your mind.
Now I understand.
I understand also, but it was all for nothing.
No, maybe not.
Could you tell where it was?
No, not exactly, but I do know where most of the pylons are because I mapped them out.
Did you see something in the secret smoke that I did not?
Well, I saw 3 Sleestack.
So?
So, we look for a pylon that's being guarded by 3 Sleestack.
Sometimes, Rick Marshall, you demonstrate your intelligence in a strange but effective way. Come, let us go.
Wait a minute. How are we going to stop the Sleestack Night Patrol from capturing us?
I can hear them in my mind long before they could ever see or hear us. They seem to have found it.
How do we get past those lizards so that I can put the crystal in the matrix table?
As much as it pains me to do so, I can pretend to be a Sleestack leader and call them away long enough for you to get inside.
All right, do it.
It is the dwarf! It is the dwarf!
Hurry, Rick Marshall.
Capture the dwarf! Capture the dwarf!
Hurry, Rick Marshall.
Throw the net over him! Capture the dwarf!
Hang on, Enoch. Isn't that the most beautiful sight you've ever seen?
Enoch, are you all right?
Yes. Thank you, Rick Marshall.
Come on.
Oh, Dad, it's good to see you.
Same here.
Is it over? Is it really over?
Yes, Will, it's over.
Well, how do we know they won't try it again now that they know how?
And they're going to have a hard time getting the pylons without these.
When I look all around, I can't believe the things I found. Now I need to find my way. I'm lost,